I'm here to join the anti-war people of Des Moines that are out here to send a message to politicians that we don't need another war in the Middle East.
Jeffrey Weiss of Catholic Peace Ministry, and we're here tonight to say the time for diplomacy is now. It's time to immediately, as Iran is making overtures to talk directly to the United States, to talk to Iran. We're here because we are afraid that a shooting war could begin, and at that point talking could be too late. So it's time for all the adults in the room to stand up and to avert what could be a catastrophic war that could spiral out of control. So that's why we're here tonight as citizens trying to avert another war.
It's a war against Iran, which would be much more destructive with much more dire consequences. It is quite frightening. Constellation of forces in the region, especially in the Persian Gulf, is such that a small mistake could lead to a big confrontation with unpredictable consequences. Economic sanctions, which are almost like boycotts, and according to international laws, they are acts of war. They may prompt Iran to defend its people by trying to blockade the Strait of Hormuz, and that could be another source of war. Very ominous signs. Well, Israelis are the main force that are pushing for war. As far as the United States is concerned, the signals are mixed. There are those who are supporters of Israel, and they are supporters of military aggression against Iran. But then there are some hesitant and ambivalent forces like the president himself, who I'm afraid is not leading here. When you don't lead, then you are going to be led. So that's the problem with the White House that we have. So
you're concerned that about there may be an attack on Iran?
Yes, definitely. We think that would be a serious problem, not just for Iran, but for the United States and Israel, where we hear most of the war talk comes from Israel. The Iranian people are very lovely people, by and large, and some of them agree with their government, some of them don't agree with their government. But the people are very friendly to the United States, I think, in contradistinction that you might hear.
They loved us when we went back last October, a year ago. They'd come up to us as if we were the people to be celebrated. They wanted to know where we come from, and after they found out it was the United States, they just said, "Oh, we're so glad you're here. We just love you people. We wish more of you came here." And they'd want photos of us with them. They were telephoning their friends that they were talking to Americans. And so our reception was just fabulous everywhere.
Right now, we would really ask Iowans to contact Senator Harkin immediately and ask him to speak publicly on diplomacy and the need for diplomacy, and to stop the heated rhetoric coming from some Republicans and Democrats towards Iran.